Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Made It to Medicine with your girl Ada Baby. And I'm not even gonna do the whole I'm so sorry, dude. Y'all already know the drill. Y'all know if I've been gone for a while, that means that I've just been in the trenches and I'm back out. So let's chat. So today I'm gonna be talking about a frequently asked question which is, does going to a Caribbean medical school completely tarnish, hinder, or stop you from being able to match into a U.S. residency program? And the short answer is no. However, there are some caveats, and I'm going to talk about those. So, short answer, no. You, as a Caribbean medical graduate, which is also known as a IMG, you're either a U.S. IMG or an international IMG, which means you're not from the United States. You're from somewhere else or whatever. But the whole thing about residency and honestly medicine is networking. Even the U.S. graduates, they have to network. There are U.S. graduates that do not match. And that's the truth of the matter. There are IMGs who do not match. And matching, and I'm going to talk more about all this like medical school jargon. I'm going to do a little break it down type series. But basically, if you don't know what the match process is, after you're in your fourth year, you're basically paired with a program that you're going to be training with. It's this whole system. Again, I'm going to break it down some other time. But if you're confused as to what the match is, just do a quick little Google search before. Okay? So like I was saying, it does not hurt your chances. However, as an IMG, because of the stigma behind international medical graduates and everything, you do have to bust your behind. You need to make sure that you're networking. You need to make sure that your application is pristine. You need to make sure that everything that you've done within those 4 years of medical school is setting you up for your desired specialty, so that you can show the programs that you are applying to that you are just as capable of a student and even more capable than some of your counterparts, regardless of whatever type of school you went to. However, you do need to be strategic in going to a Caribbean medical school and what specialty you are interested in. So for example, I was talking to this girl, I think last night or a couple of days ago or whatever. Honestly, anybody that I talk to, I always say, if you know that you want to be a cardiothoracic surgeon or a neurosurgeon or a specialty that is historically more competitive than others, would I recommend you going to a Caribbean medical school? Probably not. Because statistics and data shows that IMGs are less likely to get into those residencies than U.S. graduates. Now, that's not to say that it is impossible. It's not to say that there haven't been some IMGs that have surely been able to match into very, very competitive residencies. That's not what I'm saying at all. Please do not go and cut this video into two and take what I'm saying out of context. It's not impossible, but it is statistically harder. Now, I'll take myself, for example. I know, and I've always known, or at least for the latter part of my adult years, that I wanted to do internal medicine. You know what I did? I looked at the stats. And I saw that there is a significantly higher statistical rate of U.S. international medical graduates, which is what I am, that match successfully their first time into internal medicine. So I knew that would it be harder, quote unquote, for me to get into residency, quote unquote? Yes. However, I know that I have a better chance of matching into internal medicine because there are people, thousands of U.S. IMGs that have matched into internal medicine from a Caribbean medical school and have done it on their first time. Now, let's backtrack and talk about everything that you need to do to be able to make sure you're a part of that success rate. I need to make sure that I'm spending my summers building my resume. I need to make sure that I am networking. I need to make sure that when it comes to my clinical years, I am rotating at hospitals that offer internal medicine residency programs that I am interested in. I need to make sure that I set myself up for success. And that is how you, as a US IMG, you are able to match and match successfully and not have an issue. Now, if I was interested in general surgery, a residency that's a bit more, a specialty that's a bit more, rigorous, would I probably have chosen to go to a Caribbean medical school? Maybe yes, and maybe no. Really just depends on everybody. I think it's really just dependent upon you as a person. But I say all of this to say, is it harder, quote unquote, statistically, as a US IMG to match? Yes. And I put that in air quotes because just based on the research and the stats that I've looked at, it is truly dependent upon, I just lost my train of thought. It's truly dependent upon your specialty, your specialty of choice. And also you want to match into programs, or you want to target programs who are IMG friendly. You want to target programs that international medical graduates have already kind of broken that barrier for. So these programs are more likely to want to accept US IMG students. Does that make sense? I hope that English makes sense, truly. But I just say this all to say it's not impossible. It's very, very, very doable. But do we have to bust our behinds as IMGs? Yes, we do. Because we have to prove to our US counterparts in these programs that just because we went to a Caribbean medical school doesn't make us any less qualified. It doesn't make us any less qualified. All it does, it just shows we stand on business, okay? We stood on business. We said we was going to be a doctor regardless of whatever medical school in the U.S. didn't want to accept us. Or maybe you just took the Caribbean route because you're just like, I'm ready to start now. Type P. So I hope that really helped. I hope that what I said really makes sense. And I hope that you can do your own research as well. Do not take what I say as Bible. Please, 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 when it comes to this journey, you need to do a lot of self-education. I always share information that I know, but I always also say, do your own research as well, because I'm not Bible. So yeah, love you guys. Bye.